Hello, do you know someone that's struggling to pay rent because of COVID-19? Perhaps they've gotten behind on their rental bills. You might know a landlord that is not getting paid. Well, today's video is going to tell you, if you're a Texan, how you can apply for Texas rental assistance and perhaps recoup some of that money and move on with your life. So let's get right into it. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to texasrentrelief.com and you will see this website right here, and it says right on the very front, behind on rent or utility bills. And one of the first things you can do is see, do you qualify? You can click on that button, and this kind of tells you a little bit about the Texas Rent Relief Program. Both landlords and tenants can use this website to create an account and submit their application. If you need assistance, you can also call this number if you're not able to do it on your own. And the Texas Rent Relief Program can help renters with the following cost, starting all the way back to March 2020, March 13th. So some of the things that you can expect, they are paying past due rent, current and up to 2 months of expected future costs. In addition to that, they will pay past due, current, and up to 2 more months of expected future utility and home energy expenses. Now, after the initial 3 months of current and future assistance, you can apply for 3 additional months of assistance if the funds are available. Now, with this program, you can apply as a landlord, or if you are a tenant, you can apply as a tenant. And that's what I wanted to go over with you today, is on the tenant side. So the first thing you're going to do, you can click right here to find out what can I do to get ready. You just click on it and it tells you, you're going to want to know, first of all, if you qualify, if your household qualifies. You want to gather your required documents, and you want to let your landlord know that you're planning to apply, because they will need to sign off on it too. Now, if you cannot get them to sign off on it, there are some things that you can do. So what you're basically going to do is you're going to click that button that says apply as a tenant now, and this basically walks you through it. It has a how to register, how to view and edit an existing, and it even has some videos. But for right now, I just want to go back over here. Here are some frequently asked questions. The purpose of the rent relief, but what I want to talk to you about right now is renter households must have an income of no more than 80% of an area median income. That's AMI, and one or more of the members of the household must attest in writing that they have either qualified for unemployment benefits, or that due to or during the pandemic that they experienced a reduction in income, incurred significant cost, experienced other financial hardship, and one or more individuals within the household must demonstrate that they are at risk of experiencing homelessness or housing instability, which may include a past due utility or rent notice or eviction notice, or that unless they receive rental assistance, they would have to move to an unsafe, unhealthy environment like a shared living situation or emergency shelter. So those are important items right there. This talks about, is there a U.S. citizenship requirement? I'm basically talking about people that are U.S. citizens. And certain applicants will be given priority if you have received an eviction notice that has been started. There will be priority for that. Households with income at or below 50% of the area median income also. So this is very interesting. The program funds may be used for up to 15 months of assistance for the following expenses: rent, past due rent and reasonable late fees stemming from non-payment of rent, utilities and home energy cost, and past due utility and home energy cost. While applicants may be assisted for up to 15 months, the program will not commit to funds for prospective future rent for more than 3 months period at a time. So something that I find very interesting is one of the questions, is there a limit on how much a unit's rent can be to receive rental assistance? Well, this is very interesting. rent may not exceed $4,600 a month. So they're actually paying rental assistance for people that are paying $4,600 a month. I find that very interesting. If I don't know, $4,600 a month, they can't pay their rents. They must have really dropped. Anyway, units that exceed that limit are not eligible for assistance from the Texas Relief Program. Now, something else that might be helpful is there is a step-by-step guide to applying for assistance for landlords and tenants. So you just need to go to texasrentrelief.com/forms-resources, and they are going to be adding additional resources there. Now, you might wonder how a person will get paid. What they're going to do is try to pay the landlord first. They will notify them by email and by phone number that you provided, and if they do not respond within 10 tries or 10 days, then they will deposit the money in the tenant's bank account to be used for back rent and past due utilities. So I find that very interesting. And an applicant can check the status of their application at any time by going through the online application portal, and the status will reflect if any payment has been made. So the Texas Rent Relief Program covers all 254 Texas counties. Now, although there are other places that you can apply for rent relief, this is a very good place to do that. If you have already applied somewhere else, I think that does make you ineligible to apply in this portal. So you'll want to take a look at that. That probably is some of the questions that are asked there. So one of those other programs that are out there is the Texas Emergency Rental Assistance Program, or TERAP, T-E-R-A-P. So the Texas Rent Relief Program, or TRR, what we're talking about right now, is available to renters and landlords across the entire state, and it allows for up to 15 months assistance, and applicants may apply directly to the state, and the program is funded by the U.S. Department of Treasury. Now, the other one, the Texas Emergency Rental Assistance Program, is only available in 44 cities and counties participating in the program. And some of the differences are that the TERAP program allows for no more than 6 months of assistance, and the applicants apply directly to their local participating city or county. And the TERAP program is funded by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD, with the Community Development Block Grant, CARES, and those funds that are allocated by the state. Now, something that you do need to be aware of, would there be any penalties if landlords or tenants submit fraudulent information? Absolutely. So, falsification of documents of material falsehoods or omissions in an application to this program include knowingly seeking duplicate benefits, like you applied somewhere else and then you applied here. It's also subject to state and federal criminal penalties. Landlords and tenants are particularly put on notice that 18 U.S.C. 1001 provides, among other things, that whoever knowingly and willingly makes or uses a document or writing containing any false, fictitious, or fraudulent statement or entry in any matter within the jurisdiction of any department or agency of the United States will be fined not more than $10,000 or imprisoned for not more than 5 years or both. So that's something you don't want to mess with. This portion right here is also interesting, that if a person owns their mobile home but rents a lot and they're behind on the lot rent and utilities due to COVID, they do qualify for the program. So the program can provide assistance for rent of manufactured home and or rent of the land. The amount of rental assistance per month requested may not exceed $4,600. So folks, there is help out there, and there are people that are hurting. They need help, they need assistance, and this is a program that they need to apply for if they are behind and they meet those qualifications. It's not something to be embarrassed about, but there are times that people need help. So please, if you know someone that is hurting and that they are not able to make their rent, or they have received an eviction notice, have them go to the TexasRentRelief.com website and apply. And, the funds are still there. Texas has a lot of money still waiting to be paid. So tell them to get online and submit their application ASAP. Again, so one of the qualifications is the area median income. There is a place where you can go and check that. You want to make sure that you fall between the program guidelines of 0 to 80% of the area median income. So make sure that you check that out. So you might ask, how does the program calculate income? Applicants can use their 2020 total income or their most recent 30 days of income. Income provided for the 30 days is annualized based upon the frequency of pay, hourly, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly for those 30 days. So if you're using the most recent 30 days of income, any reapplication for funds must include a resubmission of income documentation. Now, if you're using the total 2020 income, no income documentation is required if you're going to be reapplying for additional assistance like those future rents. So here's just a few more questions that some people have. If a tenant is leasing to own, can they apply? Absolutely, yes, they can if they have a lease and the tenant is not listed as the landlord or owner. So if you have been unemployed for 90 days, but you do not have any received unemployment benefits, you might ask what documentation is required. Documentation is not required. Folks, this is easy. So make sure that you get on this and do this. You are not required to prove a loss of job or unemployment insurance eligibility as long as you attest to the financial hardship and the criteria that is stated by the TERAP. So if applicable, applicants will confirm they have qualified for benefits by answering a related application question and certifying such information is true and accurate in the certification section of application. So again, you can go here and you can read all these things, but what I would suggest that you do if you are in need of rental relief and assistance is to just go to the main page and click on Do I Qualify? And or just go ahead and hit the Apply Now button and you can apply as the tenant. See, if you click that button and you just continue and then it just goes step by step exactly what to do. So if you have been hesitating or you did not know that this was available, I encourage you to go to TexasRentRelief.com. And again, this was covered for tenants, but if you're a landlord, you can also apply. So if this video has been helpful, please subscribe to my channel and like or comment. If you have a question about that, I am a real estate broker and I have been for over 20 years and I just absolutely love helping underprivileged people and people that are struggling as well, not just the high end and luxury. I did that for many, many years and I've kind of want to shift gears and help people that are struggling. I have a heart for that. So if you have any questions about this or anything at all, please comment below and I will answer. I'd love to help any of you out there that are needing help. Now, in the future, I'm also going to be discussing forbearance and what you can do with if your forbearance is ending. So I hope this program has been helpful. There are some other rent relief programs out there that I might be covering in the future. Again, thank you very much, and we hope to see you in the future.